You know that feeling when you're about to do something and you know people online are going to have a problem with it, but you don't really care because you want to do it? That's about to happen. I think it looks pretty damn good, but I guess that's really the only opinion that matters is mine because it's my bike. But I don't even want to get into that. But let's go ahead. Let's just get out there, start riding around because it's motovlog day.
What's going on, guys? We're back today, and with that little intro, I guess, of things I'm doing to the Indian Bobber, let's go ahead, let's talk about some of the mods I've made. So there are definitely ways that you can modify, I mean, just about anything that you own or borrow or steal or whatever you want to call. But you can modify just about anything in life, and the Scout Bobber is no different. So some of the modifications I've made to the Bobber so far are USB charging port that is tucked up underneath the headlight. I could have gone the normal standard route and done it, you know, the professional way with Indian's $150 USB charge port that kind of attaches right here on the side of the Speedo cage, but I didn't want to spend 150 bucks because that's not my style. Y'all know I like to do things on the cheap, and so I ran out to Cycle Gear, picked up I think it's like a trackside, it's just that 2-wire plug that kind of goes on your battery tender and stuff like that, as well as the USB outlet port that connects to that. My collar is slapping the out of my neck right now. Okay, we're good. I was watching Mr. J Fast on his Bobber outfitting. Link to his channel down in the description below, because shout out to the other Bobber riders. Found out that there's actually a switched power supply underneath the headlight. That's where Indian puts their USB hookup. And so I figured, why not? I can make that work. A little cutting, a little splicing, a little soldering, and now I have a switched USB charge port. You guys already saw the rack that I made for the back, the luggage rack, which it has been modified. The version 2 has been updated, so I'll go ahead and roll some B-roll of that right now. I think it came out very nicely. Looks very, very decent for what I need. Nice and solid. Like I said, it's actually 1" by 1/8" steel flat bar for the uprights, and then the entire rack is actually 5/16 steel rod. It's all welded together. And then, because I am not a professional welder, I grinder and paint, make a welder what he ain't. So it looks halfway decent. Went with the flat black to try to match the Bobber at least a little bit. Try to match my factory flat black or matte black paint, whatever. I think they call it Thunder Black. But it's not a perfect match, but it's pretty dang close. The rack is probably gonna peel and chip and everything as it gets used, but I'm fine with that. Gives it that rustic Bobber look, that old school, been modified, and now it's just beat up and it gets used and abused. But I'm okay with that. And that's another thing. $240 versus 20 bucks to steal. And since it's a version 2, I already had measurements, I already had the design. It actually only took me maybe 3 hours from raw material to fully finished, painted, mounted, done, all good to go, with the camera bag mounted on the back. So I am very happy with it. The fitment and measurements are quite a bit better than the first version. There's no relief cuts on the uprights for the fender sides to not scrape and mar up. And yeah, the bolt holes just kind of line up a little bit better. So I'm actually really happy with it. And I'm sure y'all know already, I have the Vance & Hines twin slash cut 3" exhaust on here. It's just the slip-on version. I didn't go full exhaust because when I bought the exhaust almost 2 years ago now. I mean, I bought the exhaust probably, that was the first mod, obviously, because I'm pretty sure that's illegal to have a factory exhaust on a motorcycle. Another one of the early upgrades I made was the Eagle Lights headlight, which is right up here. And to be honest, yeah, I like it. It's a decently bright headlight. It's LED, so it's got a really, I think it has a pretty good spread, especially now that it's been aimed correctly. One of the only downsides is actually I'm noticing a little bit of hazing on, like, inside the lens, which is really weird. I figured it would be a sealed unit since it's LED, like there's nothing to replace inside. But it's almost like a little bit of oxidation on the inside of the glass. I don't know if it's glass or plastic, but a little bit of oxidation going on there, so that's definitely something weird. One of those things that I'm gonna keep an eye on. As far as future plans for any more modifications I'll be making to the bobber, I'm not really sure. I do want to go with some lower profile mirrors. Not really. I mean, these work. They actually work really well, especially for factory mirrors, because they are the bar ends. They stick out, and you don't have to chicken wing it. But coming from the sport bike world, I do like the smaller, like 2-inch bar ends that just kind of stick straight out or downward a little bit. Just kind of clean up the end of the bike a little bit, bring the whole geometry of the front end down just a little bit. I do want to do aftermarket air filter just because, you know, performance, which once I do that, then we'll need a power commander or an ECU flash. So that's not real high on the priority list. There are some things coming before that. As you saw, I debadged the Scout logo. Left the Indian. I do like the Indian logo on the sides, but I did debadge the Scout just because, I don't know, I wanted to try it out. I mean, worst case, I don't like how it looks. I still have the badges. I'll just pop it back on. But so far, I think they look good. I like that it kind of cleans up the side of the tank just a little bit. And so that's where we're at with that. So this is going to be a short one, guys. Go ahead, like, subscribe, comment down below. Let me know what you think about the mods. If you have any questions about them, shoot a comment out. Go ahead, do all the things, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.